All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off with giving our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. That will honor ourselves across a great millstone with Thomas, truth, and rule well. Peace, blessing, and salutation. I come out there. Scared abroad to the four corners of the earth. That serving is truth and sincerity. To I say Shalom. This is Brandon Bala, continuing the video in the spirit. And the title of this video is going to be about we're getting close. And I'm referring to the MOTB, being brought out, and not just being brought out, but being made mandatory. And what sparked this video topic was, you seen last week that King Charles made that announcement that they're about to start rolling out with digital ID, over there in the UK, which, over there in Sweden, they already have the MOTB, or it's already a thing over there. You are people that already have that inside of them, So now you see here, which, so it's already out in some places in the world, but it's not, on a grand scale like it's going to be. So then King Charles coming out saying they're about to start to roll out digital ID. We already know what comes after that. We already know this is something that they've been working towards, that this has been in their plans, so now we see things are starting to pick up. When you go to your different stores, you already, they already have the self-checkout systems in place. They already have it where you can just tap your card or tap on your phone. Everything is damn near already digitalized. And then you have people who rarely have cash on them. Everyone's is so reliant on their tap, on their cars, all that type of stuff. You rarely have people that have cash on them, man. So they've been programming people to get ready for this, but now they're about to start moving forward. And then also you see last week as well that Trump, as well as with Elon Musk, and I guess some top people who's in that field, they all went over to China. Now, of course, they're trying to make it seem like he's going over there to China to talk to them about, helping them open up the, the Strait of Hormuz and the Iran problem, and, try to create some type of partnership, because I guess with China being the biggest buyers of oil from Iran, they figure that they can work with them and get some type of deal or get something done or whatever, but like it says in 2 Corinthians 2:11, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. We watching, like it says in 1 Peter 5:8, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary there go about roaming around seeking who he may devour, So we know what he's plans. We know what he has stored up his sleeve, man. So he can't get over on us who's watching him, who's on our watch, So and it's no coincidence as all these things are happening like how they're happening. You have this HV thing that they done put out here. Then they got this neuro one that they done put out here. Now they got this Ebola one that's happening over in Africa that WHO just declared, saying it's a emergency, state of emergency or national emergency or something like that, whatever they're trying to say. But they have declared that. So it would make sense for them, to try to do this, run the same play they've always been running, man. Like they just ran in 2020. But this time they're gonna. They know they just probably put one out here that it probably wouldn't have went as smoothly as they wanted to go. They just put one out here. So to say, shit, we gonna put 3 out here. We put 3 different type of illnesses out here, and to say that they have that they're very deadly and very dangerous and this, that, and the third was definitely strike some fear into people, man. Especially if Esau play with the numbers. And then so when they do come around saying, well, yeah, we're going to have to do another lockdown and stuff like that, it'll make sense. And then they make it seem like it's all these different illnesses coming on that they have to limit, like they say, limit contact, limit interaction, limit all these, to just put limitations on all these different things, man. And then it'll make sense for them to, well, we're just going to get away with all physical cash because that's something that's dealt with on a daily basis that you use, selling and buying is something that happens on every day, all day, man. Go to the gas station, go to the store, any materials, anything you might need. That's something that happens on a daily basis, man. It's something that people have to come in contact with. So it makes sense for them to say, well, we're just gonna get rid of all physical money, to help prevent any transferring of any illnesses and to help limit contact, man. So we see what's going on, man. It's like I said, it's no coincidence all these things are taking place all at one time, man. So I'm gonna grab this. This is Revelations 12:12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth he had but a short time." Yeah. And Esau is getting ready to roll. He's getting ready to come down with that great wrath, man, because he know he has but a short time. Recently, I think it was not last week, but week before last, you had DJT who just brought out the UFO files, man. So which they been had data, they've been collecting, they've been known about the UFOs, the chariots of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. They just are trying to keep it a secret, but now they can't keep it a secret no more because it's been a lot of chariot sightings, man. It's been and you can't hide it no more. Especially in today's world where everyone has a phone, everyone has a camera, so everyone's recording stuff. So when all these questions are being sparked, well, what are these things? What are these things, man? Esau has to come out and finally tell you about it. And then his own people who's been in these different positions and different not governments, but different departments, been in these different departments, who have seen these things and encountered these things, man, have came out and spoken on it themselves, man. So now he has to come out here and try to paint his narrative. Like, okay, yeah, there are UFOs. We're not the only people out here, but they're not this big a threat. Or they're trying to paint his own narrative about it. But we understand that those are the chairs of Yahweh Shem Shai, and those are going to be used, as well as the thermonuclear destruction. The nukes are going to be used to help destroy this place, man. And he knows that he can't do nothing with the chariots, man. He knows that. I forgot who it was, but the dude said that they can move. He described how they can move this way, move that way. We done seen videos of them trying to shoot at chariots and wasn't able to do nothing with them. We done seen videos of chariots going in the water, coming out. We done seen chariots divide into from one chariot to 3-4 different ones and come all back together all into one. We done seen the chariots do some crazy stuff, man. And then there was this one video that the brother did a while ago. They had, I think, a satellite had got a picture of a chariot, and he zoomed in on it. It was kind of showing figures inside the chariot. So if the brother was able to do that, just off of a picture of it that he's seen from satellite, he was able to zoom in and kind of give us a description of what he was seeing in there. What do you think Esau has seen with his million, billion, trillion-dollar telescopes, man? They have seen some shit. And chariot science have increased, man. So they've been seeing a lot more of it. They have seen it, man. So him seeing these different things and seeing what's happening in the world, because these things are happening because Yahweh Shem Shai is causing these things to happen. And also they don't have the spirit to understand the scriptures, but they do understand what's going on. When they see certain things happen, they know that their kingdom is coming to an end. So with him know that his kingdom is coming to an end, he's going to come down with that great wrath, because he's still going to try to perform his enterprise. He's still going to try to bring his enterprise to pass, and not only just bring it to pass, but he's also going to try to complete it. He's going to try to put the sea hip inside of everyone on the planet, because he feels like if he's able to do that, then it's going to stop Yahweh Shem Shai from being bound to his word, from following through on his word, which is saving us and giving and allowing us to inherit the kingdom. He feel like he's going to be able to do that. So that's why he is moving like he's moving, man. And we're getting close, because the apostle, when they did his video about King Charles saying that the Jarrah was about to happen. The title of the video was to get ready. And the Apostle Tahar been saying that, hey, within 6 months, man, all this can take place within 6 months. And we're in May. So he kind of went to November, man. In 6 months, they can have this system up and rolling, man. They got made the chip mandatory by then, man. And then, after following that, then World War III. Then after that, Yahweh Shai. And that's when we can be up out of here. So that's what I'm saying. We're getting close, man. We're getting close to the day of Yahweh Shai's return. We're getting close to Esau getting ready to do all the things that he's in his heart that he wants to do, man. So we have to get ready, man. So I'm come over here and I'm going to grab Revelations 13 and I'm starting at 15. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Yeah, that's the NWO system, man. His new world order system. If you choose not to conform and worship and be a part of his new system, then you're going to be killed, man. And that's what it's coming down to. And that's what you have to get ready for. Get ready to be completely excommunicated out of this man's system, and if you do have to, lose your life for this thing, be prepared for that, and that's what we over here doing. We're preparing ourselves on all aspects. How are we preparing ourselves? Mentally and spiritually, by continually building ourselves up with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and ultimately building up our relationship with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Because when this shit pops, like I say, all we gonna have is our faith in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and the wisdom and knowledge that we've been attaining throughout this period. That's all we gonna have. Like I say, if you don't have enough stored up, if you're not fully rooted in this thing, if you out here wavering, faint-hearted, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. So verse 16, it says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and their forehead. So everyone, it don't matter who you are, small or great, rich and poor, free or bond, no matter who you are, man. Esau's plan is to put that C-hip inside of everyone on the planet, man, and to receive it in their hand or in their foreheads. And their foreheads is talking about that brain C-hip, man, that Neuralink, putting that inside of your forehead or inside of your hand. And that's a physical thing, man. We're talking about something physical, not nothing spiritual, not nothing not none of this nonsense that these other camps are saying what it is. The MOTB, the RFID CHIP is a physical mark that's going to be put a physical mark, but a physical thing that's going to be put inside of your body for you to be able to do what? Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Yeah, you won't be able to buy or sell. And that's something that we do on a daily basis. You got to go get gas, not every day, but you got to go get gas frequently throughout the week, man. Okay, you got to eat. You got to go grocery shopping. You got to buy resources, toilet paper, all this stuff. If you got to go to the car shop, you got everything that we do is involved with buying or selling. Paying your bills, everything. So if you don't have that, you're not going to be able to do none of those things, man. And we understand that. And we're not relying and banking on these things because we know that the Lord is going to be with us, man. Like it says, I'm going to come grab it real quick. Isaiah 65 and 11. 65 and 13. So like it says, therefore said the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but you shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but you shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but you shall be ashamed. Yeah, the Lord is going to take care of us, man. We're not in this. The Lord, like it says, the Lord haven't given us a spirit of fear. we're not afraid of the things that's getting ready to take place. Why? Because we have this wisdom and knowledge and understanding, like it says in Isaiah 33:6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. And ultimately, and it says the fear of the Lord is his treasure. We fear Yahweh Shem Yahshua. We understand that if you was to take the MOTB, there is no repenting of that, and we understand the destruction that comes from that, man. And we have the answers. We know all these things are supposed to happen. They're prophesied to happen. The Lord said it was going to happen. So they have to happen. So we're not afraid. We're expecting it. We don't know exactly how things are going to take place. We know that we're going to encounter different type of things. Come over here to Revelations 2:10. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be ye thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life." Yeah, there you go, man. So that's we understand that some of us may have to get thrown into a concentration camp, man. We understand that. But if we will be faithful unto death, it says, "I'll give thee a crown of life." It says we'll be tried. It says we'll be tried, and we have tribulation 10 days, which don't mean it's going to exactly be 10 days. Just talking about a period of time. Could be 10 days. It could be 20. Could be 30. Could be 2 months. You know? However long. It ain't going to be forever. But however long we got to be in there. And know what? The Lord can come get you up out of that situation. We've seen it in the scriptures, man. How the Lord came and got Peter. Woke Peter up. How the Lord came and fed Daniel in the lion's den. How he reserved the 3 holy children, Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, from the fire of the furnace. You know? We have all these different accounts in the scriptures of the Lord showing up for his men, protecting his men, delivering his men. That's why we don't have the spirit of fear, because we believe those things can happen again and will happen again, man. So that's why we're getting ready to go through certain things, man. We still have to prepare ourselves mentally and spiritually, you know. And ultimately, we're going to rely on the Lord, man. That's all we got, and that's all we can do. So I'm going to grab this, Revelations 14, and I'm going to come down here to 8. It says, "And there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is falling, that great city, because she had made all nations drink of her wine, of the wrath of her fornication." Yeah, this place has been on a steady downfall since 2020. You know, and it can't be recovered. You know, you had DJT on that make MAGA shit, but that's not going to happen. This place is not going to be made great again. It's through. It's going to continue to go down, man. And these other nations these other nations are turning against this place, because they have woken up to the fact of who this place truly is, man. That this place is a wicked place, and it's polluted the whole world. Verse 9, it says, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, whosoever receiveth the mark in his hand," man. It says, "Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of Yahweh Shai." Yeah. So there you go, man. So that's the judgment for receiving this man's mark. You know, you're gonna partake in that destruction that's coming to this place. And what's that destruction? The thermonuclear destruction that's gonna be shot off from the missiles, them nukes, man. That's gonna be shut off at this place from these other nations, man. That's the indignation of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It says the weapons of his indignation. Those are his weapons, those nukes, man. As well as from the laser beam from the chariots when Yahweh Shai returns, man. This place is going to be, man, utterly destroyed. And it says, here's the patience of the saints that have kept the commandments. We keep the commandment. What's the commandment? One of those commandments is not taking this man's mark, not conforming to this man's system, not bowing down to him. Okay? Because doing that, hey, this place, like it says, the torment is sending up forever and ever. This place is going to be utterly destroyed and not inhabited again, man. And this place is going to be as a memorial, you know, to these other nations as well as for us. Like, damn, we made it. And then for the 2/3, like, damn, I had to partake in that. That's that everlasting shame and contempt that they're going to be in. It's not going to be upon them forever, but for a period of time, they're going to have to deal with that. They're going to have to live with that because they wasn't part of the first fruits. They didn't get saved out of the destruction. They have to partake in it, man. And this is what we're warning. We're giving the warning, telling you that you don't want to partake in that. That's not a good way to go. It's going to be very painful, very excruciating, and it's going to be embarrassing when you're in the kingdom. You're going to have that on you, man. So this where we at. This where we at. And I'm going to close off with this scripture. Revelations 3:10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man might take that crown. Yeah. So this hour of temptation is going to come upon the whole world. Everyone's going to be tried, man. Esau's not gonna force it in you, but he's going to make it. He's going to basically put you in a very difficult position to make the decision. You going to receive it or you not? But what does the scripture say? Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I keep thee from the iron temptation. Because we are continually following Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That we're waiting for the Lord to do His thing for us. You know. That we keep, like it says in Isaiah 14, we keeping the commandments. He's going to keep us from our temptation. He's not going to allow us to fall, man. And it says, hold fast, like you. It says, behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take that crown. What? This wisdom and knowledge and understanding, man. Hold on to it, man. Don't lose it. And don't lose your crown, man. You know, we got to fight. The scriptures say, endure hard as a good soldier. We got to be soldiers in this thing. We got to fight, man. We can't lose our crown. Can't let nothing in this place allow us to lose our crown, man. There's nothing Esau can give us. There's nothing he can give us. Nothing that can be offered to us that should make you turn your back on Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So we got to continue to keep going and hold on to it all the way to the end, man. And like it says, be thou faithful unto death. If we got to be martyrs for this thing, if we got to lose our life for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man, we're still going to receive that crown and that victory. So this is the mindset that we have to have, supposed to been have, especially now, and continue to have as we go forward, man. Whatever it is, you know, whatever it is that we got to go through, be faithful all the way to the end. And Lord willing, we receive the crown. So that's pretty much it. Lord willing, this video is edifying. I'm going to close out by giving our praises to Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Rakakadash. Shalom.